She looked like she was good. Obama was just like, I wanted to give him a standing ovation after he stopped talking.
He's good, isn't he? I watched him at
Even if you
John
don't like
Lewis's.
him, nobody's perfect. So there is no perfect president. But I mean,
I watched him at
he's just
John
the
Lewis's
classiest guy ever.
funeral.
You watched what?
He did a great job at John Lewis's funeral too.
Oh yeah, yes, he did.
He's a really dynamic speaker.
He is, and he's just classy, just a classy person.
Yeah, I thought last night was good.
Yeah,
I did not see any of it.
It was definitely.
Was it better?
Yes.
Technologies and developing new plans to help our children be safe at school. To give your child this chance, come to Warren Consolidated Schools by calling 1-888-4-WCS or online at WCS.
Morning, Carolyn.
Hey, Annie, I couldn't print the stories that you put all together for the governor. You can resend those or open them up and then send them. Maybe I'll be able to. Couldn't get them printed, no. Tried. Good Thursday morning to you. It is the 20th day of August. The 233rd day of 2020 with 133 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. And that is the truth. And I understand from listening to the weather information, it's going to be the gift of summer all over again. It's okay by me. I didn't like it when fall was in the air in the middle of August. So hopefully that won't be the case. We've got the team together. Is the music still playing?
No, it stopped.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Yep.
The team together. Dick Hafner is here, our WJR news director. Richard, nice to have you here. You have a new setup there. How's it working?
A new set.
Oh
boy.
Oh.
Great leap 20th century.
Oh boy. I'm not sure where it sounds kind of like the 17th or 18th century right now. I'm sure it'll get better, but
he's gonna switch it out.
I know Ray worked very hard.
Try operator error. Try operator error.
That's better.
That should be better.
That's better.
See, this is new for me. And we have much better lighting too than we had before.
Yes, I see the lamp
spotlight, which is blinding me. Yeah.
I thought you meant the lamp behind you.
Yeah.
No, yes, you do have a light there. You're.
Okay.
Look at Dick.
Look at you.
He's seen the light.
See,
and I'm just glad he got it on before we went off the air.
Is that the ring light? The ring light. Look at him smiling.
It's an old light I have sitting on a box. Which is over the big monitor that I use to read my news copy.
Right.
So it's staring me in the face, and now I get to experience what those TV news people see every night when they go on the air. It's always right. TV is all lighting,
right?
And it's blinding me, but the show
you
must
look
go
good.
on.
And you look good.
You'll get used to it, and it's not for that long. You can remember to turn it off at quarter after. Or I can call you and remind you. But anyway, Dick is here now, as you clearly know. Dana Clark is here with our traffic and other information. That's nice.
I'm slap happy. I'm so tired.
I trust me, I know the feeling. Brian Morton is back in the Golden Tower, the Fisher Building, the only one allowed in. And Kim is out and about here getting some stuff done. And, of course, our executive producer, Ann Thomas.
Good morning, Deb. Happy Friday Eve.
Yes.
Happy Friday Eve. Happy Thursday. Happy Hat Day. Mine says Team Penske.
Looks good on you.
Yeah, that looks sharp.
And what does
I have a Detroit Tigers golf hat, just like the Tigers. My golf game has disappeared, so maybe we can get it back together. The
all right,
Tigers.
that would be good. And Dick has a lion on his hat. I can see that clearly. And Ann, your head. Oh, there you go.
My usual Detroit Lions cap.
Your usual Detroit Lions cap, and Ann has, God bless her, teacher's pet here. She's wearing the Paul W. Smith Golf Classic. God bless you. That was the only other hat I could find in my closet was the Paul W. Smith Golf Classic. Yeah, it is a 5:42 at WJR.
This report is sponsored by the podcast, The Piketon Massacre.
They had snuck in the night and committed these murders.
8 people dead, all from the same family.
We couldn't believe something like that would happen here.
Listen to the Piketon Massacre wherever you get your podcasts.
Oh boy, let's check it. Our WJR traffic and weather and the one only Dana Clark.
Traffic first sponsored by Gordon Chevrolet. Gordon Chevrolet, where you not only pick your payment, but now pick your program. Need to pull ahead your lease? Do you need GM employee pricing or a low payment with 0 interest? Let Gordon Chevrolet help you find it on Ford Road, just west of Merriman in Garden City, GordonChevrolet.com. Gordon Chevrolet, find new roads. Roadways off to a great start, accident-free, no major delays. So what do I usually talk about at this time? Yes, of course, construction. 696 westbound between Woodward and Coolidge. The right lane is closed as scheduled through September 11th. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Shelving.com. Shelving.com, a Michigan family business offering Detroit-made durable Unirack brand pallet racking. Maximize space in your manufacturing facility, warehouse, school, and home. Celebrate 60 years with Shelving.com. Get a free warehouse safety pallet rack survey and 11% off. That's Shelving.com. We rack your world.
Well, it really doesn't get too much better than this for the latter half of August. Sunshine back in the forecast today. Cool start. A decent finish right around normal, 81. Tonight, 60, 50 suburbs. Tomorrow, sunny and warmer, close to 90 degrees. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic on News Talk 760 WJR.
5:44 in our Thursday morning or Friday's Eve, if you prefer. And we have Rush Limbaugh Monday through Friday from noon till 3. And he stops by first thing in the morning. Rush?
Now, you talk about low rent, no class. On Tuesday, while the Democrats' convention was underway, DNC Chairman Tom Perez slammed President Trump for holding in-person events. Perez said people should ask the family of Herman Cain, the late Herman Cain, who recently died because of the coronavirus, if holding live events is a good model. No, Mr. Perez, we should ask American families some other things. Let's ask the families of people who died in nursing homes whether the blue state governor's model was a good one. And stupid Democrat policy forced nursing facilities to accept infected patients that caused thousands of COVID-19 deaths. And let's ask the families of those who lost their jobs, their businesses, and are in danger of losing their homes and their life savings, whether the shutdown of the American economy by Democrats is a good model. And don't stop there. Ask the families of hardworking Americans whose businesses were vandalized and looted, set ablaze, whether Democrats' policy of letting riots roll unchecked by police is a good model. Ask the families exposed to mortal harm as Democrats defund their police if they like that model. Your Democrat Party, Mr. Perez, is the worst model possibly. You promote everything that's wrong and nothing that's right for a strong and prosperous America, and you couldn't care less, obviously.
Rush Limbaugh, noon to 3 today, right here on WJR. Well, he's right about a lot of that, you know, a lot of questions to ask a lot of people about what we've gone through in the post-mortem. The problem is, I don't know that we'll ever get to a post-mortem on this this problem that we've been going through, this pandemic. It doesn't look like it'll ever end. Mm-hmm. I mean, really, where they'll call it an end. Okay, we're cured. We've fixed it. We're still waiting for vaccination. But then, of course, we'll wait because a lot of people won't get the vaccination. Mm-hmm. They're not getting their general vaccinations now that they were in the habit of getting. You know, the usual childhood vaccinations are falling by the wayside. People aren't visiting the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be a problem too. So there's a lot still to happen here. And
You're right,
hopefully more than just politics, because while we're stuck in the political vein, there ain't nothing happening here at this point, sadly.
Did you guys see that
once
story?
the vaccine becomes available, it's still not going to be going away.
Right. And again, people, I don't know if you were on at that point, but there are people who aren't going to get it, and they won't get the vaccination. They just won't do it.
Yeah.
Sadly.
I'm sorry, Ann, I interrupted you.
Did you see the story about the airplane that flew underneath the Mackinaw Bridge?
Yeah.
Wow. And they're
Really?
looking for the pilot.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of cars on the bridge at the time.
Hmm.
They should be able to find that pilot, though, because wouldn't they be able to zero in and take a look at the tail numbers and
I don't
then
know.
go from there?
I don't know. And I don't know if little planes like that have to file a flight plan or anything. Like, can you quickly look in the great computer and find out who was in the air in that vicinity at that time?
You're hearing the Paul W. Smith Show. News Talk 760 WJR.
Well, here it is, Thursday, August 20th, and the team is here and raring to go, or mostly raring to go, and taking care of business. We have the governor coming on a little bit later, and there's lots to talk about. Somebody tell me about the convention. I didn't see any of it. I did tape it, but I got home too late to even try to watch it.
It was the best night ever to me.
It was?
Oh, yes. It was really good. Hillary Clinton, didn't see all of her, but Annie saw a lot of her. She was excellent. Obama brought the house down, as he always does. And he was very candid and very frank. You know, usually former presidents don't really trash other presidents. And he really, I won't tell you all of it so you can watch it, but he really.
No, don't. Don't worry about spoiling anything from me.
Oh no. But
tell me what happened.
He was very frank. He like Michelle Obama, named the president, our current president, and said that he's not doing the job. He's not up for the job. And so it was really good. It was good to see him because he always delivers. So
he makes you feel good.
He does. I wanted to stand up and give him a standing ovation after he got finished. That's how good he was.
Well, did you stand up and give him a standing ovation in your home?
I felt it inside here. Annie, what did you think?
It's interesting. I was taking a look at that winners and losers list.
Yes.
What comes out every morning. And
hits and misses.
The hits and misses. The former president is listed as one of the winners.
Okay.
And so is Kamala Harris.
Yes.
Well, how did she do? I didn't see. So how did she do?
I only saw a little bit of her. Dana, what do you think?
Me too. I only saw a little bit of her, but from what I saw, she was much shorter. Former President Obama, he went on for about a half an hour or more. She was about 15. Yeah. She was about 15 minutes, and it was more succinct.
Oh.
More, compact. Dick, what did you think?
I thought she was pretty strong, and what I liked about her performance was I think it was geared to TV. She was not theatrical. She was not animated. She was kind of quiet and understated, and I thought she was very serious in her tone of voice. Not what you would expect to see, let's say, at a political rally, which she has shown that she's very aggressive in the debate format. But I thought she was understated, strong, and she did a very good job in her performance.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. I wish I would have seen
Obama went too long. President Obama, as good an orator as he is, and he is such a great speaker, he went too long. He's not the candidate anymore. President Obama, you've got to stand aside for the people who are actually running for the office.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I can agree
boy.
with that.
Well, that's interesting. It's not a shock that he went long in a speech. This is kind of what he does.
But he's still a great speaker.
Yeah, yeah, he was that, and he is still that. And his wife did a fine job too. She was a hit. She was one of the hits in the hits and misses list. So, oh, by the way, this is August 20th. Today is National Radio Day. Let's go be on the radio.
Yay!
Come on, everybody.
Awesome.
Let's go get on the radio.
And
So
it's 8/20/20.
Yes, it is 8/20/20.
8/20/20.
Coming to you on all frequencies for National Radio Day. Radio, if you think about it, one of the most incredible technologies on Earth. It's used by the American people more so than anything else in terms of getting news and information and still entertainment. It's technology that is used by the military, the governments for navigation, news distribution, and more. It made news and music more accessible and brought us closer as a nation and a planet. So radio's still there. Even with the internet and television and whatever else we're using now, people used to rely totally on radio, and a lot of people still do. Radio is still a very big part of
I'd be in touch, so you'd be in touch, or something like that. I don't know what they said.
That's right.
That's right. That's it.
I could never quite figure out why they were saying that.
I don't know. They always gave it to Barbara Walters, but it was Hugh Downs who was
Hugh
saying
Downs.
it.
Right.
Hugh Downs poor Hugh Downs was saying it all the time, but they brought her back on the 2020 when we turned into the new year, and we heard Barbara Walters saying, "This is 2020." So anyway, what's going on? We've got the governor coming up this morning, and is she under fire for anything? Is there anything I should know?
Well, one interesting question for her this morning is she is starting to consider reopening the gyms and the movie theaters. And there's talk that she may make a decision as early as next week. So maybe she'll give us a little hint this morning, or actually tell us where she's going and what she's thinking, because I think that would be good news for a lot of people if she was able to do that.
But the schools, no.
The schools are individual decisions,
Yeah.
So I think some are going to go back, as we know, and some are going to start online.
Aren't some movie theaters renting their theaters out to families?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh,
interesting thought.
I think they can do it right now, and I think some of them are offering to do that, because remember, you can have a family gathering. It's just not a big gathering of strangers and other people. So I think some of the theaters have figured out, well, let's rent out our places to family gatherings.
Very interesting. Well, I know that they're hurting. They haven't had any business at all. So maybe that's what they're doing. I had not heard that. Although, Imagine, Paul Glantz and his Imagine team have made that kind of possible for a long time. Their theaters available for special events. This is all the pre-COVID world. So it'll be interesting to see what she says and how that will affect everybody doing business.
And he's been doing drive-ins, right? He's been doing
he had
very fun drive-ins
around the country. I was driving around somewhere. I should have made note where the heck I was. I generally don't know where I am. And just waiting thanks for the reaction, Annie. I appreciate that. And
that's because I can relate.
I saw a really old-fashioned drive-in that's obviously been there and operating still for years. I don't know even where I was. I was within 50 miles radius of my home.
You might have been maybe when you went to Ypsilanti. Would it have been out that way when you went to your Dollars for Scholars event?
I I don't think it was then. This was a couple of weeks ago that I remember seeing it, and I even said, well, there's one on Ford Road in Wyoming. That might have been
Ford Wyoming drive-in.
That might have been it. I think that was it. That's a note from Brian, right? I got to switch back and forth to know who's talking. And I appreciate everybody listening in on the radio and on social media until about 6:15. We're on camera and on audio, and before we get deeply into our work, and we continue doing all of our services here at 557 on WJR.
This report is sponsored by the podcast The Piketon Massacre.
They had snuck in the night and committed these murders.
8 people dead, all from the same family.
We couldn't believe something like that would happen here.
Listen to the Piketon Massacre wherever you get your podcasts.
And listen to WJR Traffic and Weather first, right here, right now, with Dana Clark.
We do have an accident on the board in Lincoln Park. That is downriver, 75 southbound at Outer Drive. The right lane is blocked. Now, WJR Weather first from the Weather Channel, sponsored by the Generous Pour event at the Capitol Grill. WJR wine lovers, our friends at the Capitol Grill, are excited to announce this year's Generous Pour for just $28 with dinner. You'll enjoy 7 remarkable varietals from Orrin Swift winemaker Dave Finney, wine enthusiast winemaker of the year. Call 248-649-5300 or visit thecapitolgrill.com. Another great day ahead. Lots of sunshine, no rain, great humidity, a high of 80. Tonight, clear skies, your low 63. Friday, even warmer, mainly sunny, a high of 86. And we get close to 90 on Saturday. Woo. Clear skies, 60 degrees. I'm Dana Clark, WJR News with Dick Hafner in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, that generous pour last night at Capitol Grill, that was well worth it.
It was generous.
That's one of the best deals. But you got to have a driver though. You have to have somebody driver. Jamie was our driver.
Okay.
Last night, he put down his golf clubs and drove us. And we appreciate that, and it's a good thing because you shouldn't try all those different. They had 7 different wines. Mm-hmm. If you just take a sip of all 7, you're trashed. Mm-hmm. So take a driver, but do take advantage of that. It's still the first week of September, something like that, and a great wine that I wasn't terribly familiar with. Mm-hmm. One was called E from Spain. E. Oh, I took a picture of the. Let me just see what I have here from the menu. They have a little wine menu. Oh, let's see.
Is it $28?
It's $28 with your dinner.
That's a great price.
And if you know, I mean, a glass of wine at a highfalutin restaurant like that can cost you close to that, one glass. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And if you have more than one glass, it becomes a tremendous bargain. The one I liked a lot, and it was, I think, the cheapest wine. You can buy them by the bottle, too. They sell them in packs. Okay. I thought about it, but I didn't do it. But this one was E. Spain, a red blend.
There's that red blend.
There's the red blend again.
Dark, here are the tasting notes. Dark plum, black raspberry, and vanilla, finishing with tart black cherry. These are all my favorite.
That's why you like that.
These are all my favorite flavors, and that was really good. The other one, in fact, another one was called Others, and I didn't like that too much. That was from France. Others. The other, I only took pictures of the red because that's what I was interested in. Abstract California was another red blend, and it was quite good. And then a full-bodied, simple Cabernet. I can't tell what this is. Palermo, or I don't know.
How was that?
Palermo, Napa Valley Cabernet. Yeah, that was good too. That was also good, but it seemed like E was my favorite. And that's the beauty of that thing. You know, I think people say, well, I don't want to drink 7 different wines. I want to drink the wine I like. The fact is, if they give you a taste of all of in this case, it was red, so it wasn't 7. Kim, did you go all white? Did you go all white with wine? She did the white wines.
Okay.
And then if you find one that you really like, you can just stick with that one for the rest of the evening.
Okay.
If that's what you want. So you get a chance to taste them all and then stick with one if you want.
And then what comes with the dinner?
Any dinner that you order. It's dinner off the menu.
That's great.
Yeah. So it was really good.
So were you inside or outside?
We were outside.
That's nice too. It was a beautiful night.
Beautiful night. We felt very safe. We all wore our masks through the restaurant.
Right.
And we got outside and we took them off, immediately exposed each other to the virus. And
right, exactly.
I never thought of that, but I unfortunately always think of that. But
me too.
That's the way it is.
It's the way we roll.
Yeah. And it was lovely evening. Rod and Tammy Alberts, the executive director of the Detroit Auto Dealers Association and the North American International Auto Show in Detroit come June, come hell or high water. We're planning on doing that thing again, and we need to. That was also millions of dollars that went by the wayside for all the restaurants and everybody, the industry. That they had to forego because of this virus. You can't list all the things that were canceled or affected by this. You may as well just list the things that weren't canceled or affected by this. And that would be like boat sales, trailer sales, RV sales, even car sales have done pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a whole bunch of businesses that have not and are maybe never going to be able to come back.
Was it crowded last night? Are other people going out too?
Yeah, I think it was medium, and I think they limit how many people can be there. So that's a big area. I believe it or not, if you know the setup there, I walked in, walked by the bar, walked back outside to the patio. When I left, I did the same thing. Probably hit the restroom, but I came back around. I never looked in the main dining room.
Yeah.
I didn't think to look in there at that point. Every time I walked around, I was a man on a mission.
Right.
So that wasn't part of my mission. So I didn't see how busy. Did you see how busy they were, honey?
They were as full as they could.
Oh, they were as full as they could be.
Oh, okay.
See, there's the thing. They were as full as they could be. Now, I spoke to Luciano Del Signore, and when I say Luciano, I want to say some other great Italian name, like he's a singer, but he's a great chef, Luciano. And he said that his new the restaurant that he opened in Birmingham as Pernod, he has reimagined. It's now Casa Pernod. A little more relaxed, and he said they're doing very well there. Bacco is doing well. Bacco's a great restaurant. I know, Annie, you and Ed get food DoorDashed from there because you're lucky enough to live closer to them than we do now. And then the Bigalora, the pizza places are doing extremely well. That's really good pizza.
That's great news, though. That's good to hear.
Yeah. And people are doing what they can do for as long as they can do it. And the problem is, Detroit is a rebuilt city with a lot of new businesses that don't have the foundation to carry them through something like this. I mean, look at those big places that closed down really early, that were new and big, and we thought they'd be around forever, and boom, they were gone. That was early on in this whole pandemic, really.
Right. And the restaurants in the city have lost a lot of business because people aren't downtown as much.
Right.
And they're not
I was
working.
thinking of those downtown restaurants that I can't name at all right now. Cash Gold, or
there's a ton of them.
Mm-hmm.
Big ones that they didn't have the foundation. They were too new, basically.
Yeah.
And they saw very quickly they weren't going to pull through. What are our people saying here? Clay Durkee is there in a big way.
The Paul W. Smith Show. News Talk 760 WJR.
Good Thursday morning to you. It is the 20th of August, the 233rd day of 2020. There are 133 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. We've got Dick Hafner with WJR News. Dana Clark, our WJR Traffic and Weather first. Brian Morton in the Golden Tower running all the buttons. My Kim Smith sitting here helping out, doing a nice job as always by my side. The wind beneath my wings. And of course, the woman who controls it all and oversees us is the kind of the mom of the show, Ann Thomas. Ann Thomas has a number of older children.
Just a couple, just a few of us.
Indeed.
Annie has 8 kids.
It is National Radio Day, and we'll have the governor on today, find out when she is opening gyms and movie theaters, and probably get her thoughts on the convention that she opened. She was on the opening night. Maybe she'll give us her hits. Well, she won't give us hits and misses. She's not going to say who didn't do well. But then to that point, hits and misses from night 3 of the Democrat National Convention. We've already discussed Barack Obama, who is a great orator, but still hasn't learned that sometimes he goes a little long. Sometimes, Mr. President, less is more.
Bill Clinton used to do that too.
Oh, yeah. President Clinton never met a microphone. He didn't. Yeah, he didn't.
Right.
Well, I told you,
does.
when we had him on, they told us 7 minutes, not 6, not 8, 7 minutes. And he was with me for an hour. And I presume he was blowing off other stuff to stay with us. It was
and his people were screaming at me. They were like beside themselves.
And the president and I going, really? And what about that? No, that's interesting. And Ann is in the booth going, I'm not. We are trying to cut him off. Paul said, "Well, Mr. President, we've got to go." And the president said, "No, I don't have
That's
to go
exactly
anywhere.
what I said.
I don't have to go anywhere. So don't yell at me. You yell at him." I would have given money to see that phone conversation.
How that went.
While we were going, well, and what kind of coffee do you like? Anyway, so the hits: Barack Obama, Kamala Harris. Dick, you had praise for her presentation. Gabrielle Giffords.
She was really sweet.
Oh, was she good?
Yes, it was very nice.
The Hillary Clinton's speech. Here's what they say here: Hillary Clinton's speech wasn't, to my mind, terribly memorable. But this line about 2020, quote, "This can't be another woulda, coulda, shoulda election," was a very good one.
Yeah.
And it was even more stirring when delivered by a woman who received almost 3 million more,
Telling you.
almost 3 million more votes than Trump in 2016 and still lost. Okay, this is from CNN, of course. The Presidential Medal of Freedom video, which would certainly could be very powerful. And Sam Cooke, "A Change Is Gonna Come," which Jennifer Hudson performed at the end of the night. An amazing song anyway. Sam Cooke, an amazing artist. But there's only one miss from the convention, according to the CNN hits and misses.
Okay. Who is it?
I don't think you could ever guess what the miss is here.
Could never guess.
Okay. Not Pelosi.
President Donald Trump.
Oh, what?
I mean, this is CNN getting any chance they can to criticize the president, because I'm just guessing. I'm guessing he was not there and he did not speak.
No, he did.
But they also didn't like Tony Evers, as I turn the page here.
Okay.
He's a Democrat governor of the state where the Democrat convention is sort of being staged. You get a speaking slot at some point during the proceedings. So we got Tony Evers, and he was shaky, but at least it was short. And he used the phrase, "Holy mackerel, folks." So it wasn't all bad. Well, at least whoever put this together had a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel, folks.
Billie Eilish was good too. I saw her.
Toledo.
Really
I saw that Billie Eilish was supposed to perform, but she wasn't in any of those notes.
Yeah, well, she did a great job.
Did she do kind of a down, depressing?
You
Somebody
know how
keep an
she
eye on her.
sings.
Somebody better
Something
keep an
about the
eye on her.
future. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Don't
Like
leave
Adele.
her alone.
Like Adele, all her songs used to be so sad. Like
Yeah.
seriously. But yeah, you know,
And
it was
they're very
really-
understated. They're
but
kind
it
of
was
like
good.
slow and
Yes, melodic and yeah, you need a glass of wine after that. But no, she was good. It was, I think, a Future song. It was called My Future or something like
Was
that.
her
You're right.
was her brother with her?
No.
Yeah. Man, am I thirsty this morning? Is that because I drank
All
too much
that
wine?
wine.
It was
Yes, you're
very
dehydrated.
generous pour.
It was too generous. So did your friends, did they have a driver as well? Or your the people that you
No,
they didn't have a driver?
I don't think they. I'm going to say they didn't partake.
Somebody was
in
a driver.
the wine. Yeah,
Right. They didn't partake.
They have one of the. He's with the DADA. They have one of those new self-driving cars.
Oh, fancy.
People are using those. We just don't know it. No,
Yeah.
I'm making this up.
They probably do.
What I do quite often, if I go to a gathering where it's a party or a social function where I know drinking alcohol is going on, what I try to do, actually, I'm the party pooper of the group. I have nothing to drink, no alcohol, so that I can let whoever is going to be in my car, which is usually my wife or it could be friends or anybody else, then they don't have to worry about it. I will be the designated driver.
Oh, Dick, you're so kind.
You're a smart man. You're a kind and smart man, but you also are a sensible man because you're the only one there that evening that has to get up at midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Then I stand around for the rest of the party, thinking to myself, "Boy, are these people saying stupid things?"
Right, exactly.
And they think they're being brilliant. It is 6:13 at WJR.
This report is sponsored by the podcast The Piketon Massacre.
They had snuck in the night and committed these murders.
8 people dead, all from the same family.
We couldn't believe something like that would happen here.
Listen to the Piketon Massacre wherever you get your podcasts.
Is there would anyone have any reason to ever go to Piketon after hearing this repeatedly? I have no interest in going to Piketon. It scares the hell out of me just thinking about it. Wherever it is, isn't it? It's in Ohio, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
This is so important. My phone has started to record everything I'm saying right now.
That's
so
funny.
it's probably the Piketon Chamber of Commerce going to sue
Right.
me. They're going to probably come after me and sue me for my comments on the Piketon Massacre.
Yes.
They came into the house. They untied all of our shoes. Anyway, it is 6:15, and we have our WJR traffic and weather first, Miss Dana.
And we still have that accident. It's in Lincoln Park, 75 southbound at Outer Drive. That wreck is blocking the right shoulder. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel.
Still pushing that sunshine and the dry weather right on through the rest of the week. Temperatures that are very comfortable this morning. Sunny this afternoon, 81. Tonight, 60 and clear. Tomorrow, sunny, 89. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Staging on News Talk 760 WJR.